Hey, welcome back. It's Monday, August 2nd. This is Eric Arnold here in our secondary studio as we're trying to save time, get things done, lots of things going on, not MLB related. So, what do we got here for you? Well, this is Monday, so this is kind of our catch-up day where we bring you up to date on our record. I only have one pick today, so if you're not interested in that one pick, well, then maybe you're in the wrong place. But we were going to go over the trades somewhat. Had a request to try to make heads or tails out of all the flurry of movement that happened at the end of last week at the trade deadline. So we're going to do that. Well, let's catch up with where we're at here on our records. Pittsburgh Louie, we'll do him first. He's our guest handicapper who picks in the comments. He had where is he? Guess he's had a pretty good last couple days. Of course, no one knows it because I didn't make any videos. I've been busy all weekend. My wife, her side of the family has a family reunion that we missed last year because of the emergency. So we had it this year, and it's still half the people didn't show up. My father was there, if that makes sense. My parents show up at a reunion for her family. Whatever. Guess what he brought me? Yep, that's exactly right. That is a grill brush. So I have another grill brush now. I told you, I don't know what he buys or something, but they keep sending him all this free barbecue grill stuff. So he just re-gifts it and gives it to me. So, that's like the third one of those I got. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. I guess I could just keep cleaning the grill. I could have, if I just need 4 more, and I'll have one for every day of the week. I guess I better start labeling them. So what is this? This will be, well, I got 2 others, so this will be Wednesday. The other 2 will be Monday and Tuesday. At any rate, where were we? Pittsburgh Louie. All right, so he's above 500, well above 500 there, 20 units to the good. So he's 54, 55%, maybe 55%. So. And then my record, I had a bad week, just a real crummy week here this past week. That threw me almost back to 500. So we're barely above 500. A lot of things going on right now, and trying to focus on the baseball, but it's difficult, and we got whole new teams. Well, let's talk about that. So. The whole new teams here, I tried to make heads or tails. It almost, I think because we missed a year, maybe there were more trades this time around than normal. But it's like whole teams are getting sold off. The Nationals sold almost their entire team off. Juan Soto, he's the last man standing. Poor guy. I guess he's probably thinking, "Whoa, we're going to be bad." I don't know. The Cubs, they sold their entire team off. So I don't know. But looking at, who of the buyers made out, let's put it this way. Somebody who's much more industrious and has more time to spend than I do, it can tell you who made out of the sellers. In other words, which of these picks that they got back are actually going to show up and become somebody. Who is the future? What were some of those famous picks that, Jeff Bagwell got traded for Larry Anderson or something like that, where the rental player, he's there for 6 months and then he's gone. Whereas the prospect sometimes turns into something. Oddly enough, often they don't. They just don't. Everybody hoards their prospects, and that. You ever go to a minor league game and you look at the roster, how many of those guys actually make it? Go try to find. Go to an old newspaper and look at a box score for a AA team from, say, 5, 6 years ago. How many are in the majors? Probably hardly any. You know, a lot. The vast majority of these guys just never make it. So I don't know it's bad business to be free with your prospects as far as trying to turn them into current major league ready capital now. So, and that's what a lot of teams here have done. The Dodgers have to be a winner in this. I mean, picking up Scherzer and Turner. I mean, Turner right there, he walks onto the Dodgers. He's probably immediately their second best player. And then Scherzer, would he not be their second best pitcher? If not first, you know, he's right up there with Walker Buehler, I would imagine. And Scherzer, of course, is a guy you can just pencil in the playoffs. That he's going to be one of our rotation, you know, our 4, you know, maybe 3 rotation guys in the playoffs. You know, they even added Danny Duffy, you know, to help them maybe use him in the pen as a long man, get an inning or 2 out of him in the playoffs. So it seems like the Dodgers, rich got richer there. Although they still have not passed the Giants yet. They're still behind the Giants, if you can believe that. We're 2/3 of the way through the season now, practically, and the Giants are still there. That's hard to believe. And the Giants didn't just give up. They didn't just go, "Oh well, we're poor. We can't help. There's nothing we can do." They added Chris Bryant. He's going to help. You know, it's from what I could tell, it seemed to be that's all they added, but that's a lot. So he's going to be significant in the, dude can play the outfield. He can play third base when Longoria needs a break, which I think is right now. I think Longoria's hurt. I'm not sure. But at any rate, Bryant will be a good piece for the Giants. The Padres didn't seem to do much. In other words, it was being reported that they were going to get Scherzer and Turner, and then they fell short and got outbid by the Dodgers. Looked like all the Padres, from what I could see, was added a Daniel Hudson, relief pitcher. He's not going to move the needle. So I think the Padres right now are kind of looking to me to be the team that's going to fall out of this. They're going to go by the wayside, and you're going to be left with the Dodgers and Giants, which is, that's about normal. Who are the teams that win? Dodgers, Giants. Who's the team that doesn't win? Padres. So, nice young talent you got there. Exciting buzz, but I think we're going to be looking at the Dodgers and the Giants going forward. Rest of it in the East, the Mets. They got the Braves. I mean, what are the Braves? They must not think much of the Mets, because they went out and got a whole new outfield. I don't know what that cost them, but they went and got a whole new outfield. They got a closer, Duvall, Rosario, Soler, Rich Rodriguez as your closer from Pittsburgh. So the Braves must be serious about making a run at this, even without Acuna. The Mets, they picked up Javi Baez, but will that be enough to hold off the Braves? That's a tough one. The Phillies are going to fall out of it. They did nothing. They sold low on Spencer Howard, their number 1 pick, and picked up Kyle Gibson, who did not want to come to Philadelphia a few years ago when he's a free agent. So now he's forced to come to Philadelphia. That's not going to be enough, not nearly. So I think you're looking at the Mets and Braves there going forward. Cardinals and Reds did very, very little. And the Brewers already made their moves. So it's going to be hard to catch the Brewers. The AL East, interesting. I mean, it looks like everybody here, I'd say the team that looks like they did the least were the Red Sox. They added Schwarber, but then he's hurt. So When does he come back, and how long does it take him to get his swing in a groove? That could, he might be getting his swing in a groove on September 30th, maybe. I don't know if that's going to make it for him. The Yankees, they did a lot. They're significantly better, I think, but then that team wasn't very good to begin with. The Rays, I liked what they've done. I like the adding of Nelson Cruz. I think that really helps them. The Blue Jays are trying to get some pitching help. Will that be enough? I don't know. I think it could just be a year too soon for the Blue Jays. I mean, to me, that AL East, the Rays are the best team, followed by the Red Sox, and then you got the Yankees and the Blue Jays in I don't know what order. But to me, the Rays are clearly the best team there. The White Sox, they're still the best team. They didn't do a whole lot. I'm not a big Cesar Hernandez fan. He was in Philadelphia. That's not a winning baseball player. They added him. I think that's an error, but they did it. Kimbrel, sure, he'll help. The West, doesn't look like any of those teams did a whole lot there. So, kind of looks like, your Yankees are desperately trying to get into the playoffs. Even if they do, I still don't think that team's very good. So, not sure. Will the Yankees suddenly catch on fire? I don't think so. I think this is still the Rays division. I think you're looking at Rays, White Sox, and Astros. I don't know that's changed. I really don't know that suddenly one team became, perhaps the Dodgers. Perhaps the Dodgers suddenly elevated their chances of winning the World Series significantly. It's got to be the Dodgers. That's, Thank you, Captain Obvious. So, all right, good enough. Here's the one pick. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I couldn't make heads or tails out of today's card. Bunch of huge favorites that I just, I didn't have I don't want to play the favorites for the most part. And for the most part, I didn't want to play the underdogs either. So maybe we're just kind of trying to feel out these teams as they've made all these moves. It's like, all right, who's that underlying layer of players that are now going to get playing time? Who's good? Who's not? I don't know. That's why I got to wait. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there, the good bettors, are making bets right now saying, yep, that guy got traded, but the guy behind him's even better. I don't know the answer to that. So I have to wait to find that out. The one play we are going to play here are the Giants. They're always good against the Diamondbacks. They play well against them. The Diamondbacks are probably going to take a pretty hard shellacking here in the second half, in that 3 of their divisional opponents are in it. And not only in it, could win, the whole thing. That's how good they are. So they cannot afford to just give away games, particularly to a divisional opponent. So every time the Diamondbacks see the Dodgers, Giants, or Padres, they're in for a beating. So the Diamondbacks, maybe that'll wear them down, and they're already worn down. This is a team that has won 31% of its games. It's terrible. It's a bad team. So at this price, I don't know, that's terribly hateful. DeSclafani did not pitch that well the last time out. I believe he will pitch better this time out. I don't know. This is too hateful a price here. You're getting, I believe, I don't want to, let's not misspeak. It's all about accuracy. I believe we're getting the best team in baseball record-wise right now. Let's see. It is, come on. Yes, the Giants are the best team record-wise in baseball. So you're getting the best record team in baseball. I still say there's value with the Giants, if you can believe that. I mean, look at the numbers on some of these games today. 270, 280 with teams like the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays? They're not even in the playoffs at the moment, and you're laying 280 with these guys? I think that's nuts, but I don't have enough balls to play the Indians, so we'll take the Giants here. I think that's decent value. I'm sure Louis is going to have some picks, so maybe his will be better than mine. That's all I have for you at the moment. We'll do the best we can to get some videos to you this week. Like I said, we fell out this weekend. We were just busy. That's all there was to it. So appreciate you. We like anybody hits the like button. That makes me feel good, etc., etc., etc. Football season coming up. Yeah, looking forward to that. I think that's going to be exciting. So I was told today that Ohio State, my alma mater, had a huge, well, I guess we signed one and lost one. You know, some cornerback from Florida decommitted, but then allegedly you know, I'm getting told this by my brother, and he could be lying to me. That's possible. That we signed like a quarterback that's supposed to be a superstar. So, Ours? Whatever. Something like that. I'll look that up later. Thanks. Appreciate you. I'm signing off. Later.